Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. We are going to call to order the Village of Hills Park Council meeting for Monday, December 11th. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Here.
Here. Yep.
Present. Let's all stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to move to the approval of the minutes of our last regular council meeting, November 27th. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? If not, I see the motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing the motion in second, would the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Moving into recognition, proclamations, appointments, and presentations. I am excited to say we have a proclamation in recognition of Muriel Thomas Benz on the occasion of her 100th birthday here in the Village of Hills Park. I'm going to read the proclamation in its entirety. Whereas Muriel Thomas Benz was born on December 10, 1923 in Bloomingdale, Indiana, the youngest of three daughters to James C. and Bonnie McCarty Thomas. And whereas Muriel and her late husband Charles W. Benz, who passed away in November of 21, initially met as fourth graders and were wed in 1944 and married for 77 years. On the evening of the wedding ceremony, they took the train to Chicago from their rural town in Indiana. And whereas Muriel and Charles initially moved to Lamont, where they raised their two daughters as, quote, empty nesters, they purchased property in Hills Park, building and moving into their home at 12511 South 91st Avenue in 1978. And whereas Muriel became a member of the Hills Park Women's Club in 1979, within the past 40 years, Muriel has volunteered and served as the Hills Park Women's Club president, first and second vice presidents, treasurer, and secretary. Chaired and served on the Hills Park Farmers Market Committee in the 1990s and 2000s. Was a member of Garden Guild No. 1, serving on beautification projects such as Red Litter Day, Triangle intersection cleanup and planting, community and library gardens, and Arbor Day tree wrapping and tree planting projects. Participated in delivering Meals on Wheels, served on McCord House showcases, Hills Park Women's Club annual house walks, and was a member of the Hills Park Women's Club, Women's Book Club, and Hills Park Historical Society. And whereas Muriel baked countless pecan pies to contribute to bake sales, delivered holiday cookies to friends and neighbors, frequently visiting elderly folks and offering to take them grocery shopping or to doctor visits. Now elderly herself, she remembers all those moments with great happiness and loves the Hills Park community deeply. Therefore, I, Nicole Milovich Walters, Mayor of the Village of Hills Park, hereby recognize Muriel Thomas Benz, a longtime resident and volunteer, on the occasion of her 100th birthday, and proclaim December 11, 2023 as Muriel Thomas Benz Day in the Village of Hills Park, Cook County, Illinois. I just want to say that Muriel could not join us this evening, but her daughter is here, and I am going to present this to her. But just really want to thank Muriel for her so much dedication and volunteering to the Village of Hills Park to make it the community is today. And she is remembering and enjoying all those moments that she gave to others, and hopefully people are giving back to her as well at this time. So I'd like to present this. Of course, we would love that if you would.
Well, first of all,
Here, please come here. So, oh, you know what? Let's turn this way so she can get you too.
thank you. I would like to extend my appreciation, especially to Mayor Walters. Congratulations, by the way. And I want to thank Maria Ardoni very sincerely for her hard work to make this happen, and to the village board of Palos Park. And to those of you in the community of Palos Park, among which are among others dearest friends and neighbors, it's very kind of you to be here. About 3 weeks ago, the Palos Park Women's Club had a tea and cake from her, which she enjoyed immensely. It happened to be a very good day for her. At least 2 or 3 ladies said, how sweet, that Mother had been an inspiration for them to join either the Garden Guild or the Women's Club of Palos and to serve their community. If she was, and she's sort of incredulous about this honor because she doesn't remember many of the things that she has done. But she would say to you, I'm sure, that she only did what she did because she and my father loved this community deeply. They loved the people they met here, the friendships they made. And Mother said that her best times were working with the ladies of the Palos Park Women's Club, and especially all the laughter that they shared. And that she only wanted to do her best and not let any of her friends down. And Mother, of course, as you might know, had been inspired by others before her that did the same or more for this lovely community. I wish I had been raised here, because this is possibly the finest community. I know it's the finest community in Illinois, and maybe the United States of America. I thank you all deeply on behalf of my mother. She would have liked to have been here. And I appreciate the video that's being taken right now. If you can Photoshop me out of it, that would be great. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for coming. That's a bit of an inspiration when you look back and see all the things, or hear all the things that Muriel did. We should all work just a little bit harder to maybe match what she's done. Thank you, and we're going to move on, since there are no hearings, to the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine or have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item resolution authorizing the village clerk to make certain closed session minutes available for public inspection, second review 2023. The resolution states the village has reviewed closed session minutes and determined that the need for confidentiality still exists as to the executive session minutes set forth on Exhibit C. B, to approve payment of invoices on the warrant list dated December 11, 2023 in the amount of $126,596.70. C, to approve the supplemental warrant list dated December 11, 2023 for manual checks, payroll, and recurring wire transfers in the amount of $1,496,062.76. I seek a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion and second, would the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Moving on, old business. Does anybody have any items? If not, we're moving on to board, commission, committee recommendations. I'll hand this off to Commissioner Wade.
Thank you, Mayor. Going back to our last meeting, ZBA case 2023-02, an application has been filed requesting a variation from the requirements of section 1268, spot 02F, side yards to permit the construction of an attached pool house along with a swimming pool. The applicant has provided a revised plan which requires a variance to reduce the corner side yard setback from 50 feet to 37 feet 8 inches. The original request was for a 26-foot 11-inch quarter side yard setback. The subject property is commonly known as 20 Huntley Road in Palos Park. Little background, the subject property is zoned R1A and is currently improved as single-family residence. The applicant proposes to construct a pool house and pool on the subject property. The pool house is to be connected to the existing home via a covered porch, resulting in the pool house being considered an addition to the existing home per code. The zoning board of appeals held a public hearing on November 8th, 2023 to consider a variance request to reduce the required corner yard setback off of Wolf Road from 50 feet to 26 feet 11 inches. After conducting the public hearing, the ZBA made a motion to approve the request. The vote on the motion was 2 in favor and 5 against. As such, the ZBA recommended denial of the request variance as proposed. The village council considered the item at the November 27th, 2023 hearing and continued the item to tonight's meeting to allow the applicant the opportunity to present a revised plan, which he did. And I do not see the applicant in the crowd. The applicant has provided a revised plan instead of requesting a 26 foot 11 inch corner setback. The revised plan reduces the request variance by over 10 feet. The new requested corner side yard setback is 37 feet 8 inches. This revision is possible due to a reduction in the size of the proposed addition by 113 square feet and reconfiguring the footprint to the addition. Do we have any questions, or does anybody in the crowd want to add anything to this?
I mean, I would. You know, it's a little bit unusual because normally, when the ZBA makes a recommendation, we tend to follow it. In this case, we did, but we allowed the applicant to go back and put together a plan that might better suit the lot size and the site. Normally, then it doesn't have to go back to the ZBA, but I think under these circumstances, it might be useful to send this back to the ZBA, have them take a look at it again, and then come back to us, and then we can decide what we want to do with it. So I don't know if that's a possibility, or.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my thought.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Anybody else in the crowd? Come on.
Yeah, I spoke at the last meeting as well. I wanna make it clear, I'm not against anybody updating their property, enhancing their property. But I moved to this community, first of all, I wanna say thank you to your mom. That was phenomenal when I heard, that was awesome. Anyhow, I moved to this community because of the open space, right? And that open space is there because our zoning laws or ordinances are set forth to allow for that open property, or openness of the community. I'm fine if these people wanna put a pool house, even though the pool is gonna be no more than 11 feet from their house. I don't see the need for one, but that's not my place. If they want a pool house, put it within the restrictions of our ordinances. A pool house should be just like a room to change your clothes in. Not something that, this is like a 2-story, building that, again, is 12 feet difference from what our code says. So I just hope that the village board and the zoning board will take this into consideration. We do not want our community to start looking like Downers Grove and Elmhurst and Hinsdale, where you can stick your hand out your side window and shake hands with a neighbor. We moved to this community because of the open space. So that, in combination with the letter I sent previously in relation to this, are the reasons why I'd like you to hopefully deny the request for this proposal. Thank you.
Thank you. We did ask him to make some revisions, and he made some, and we felt that, like Dan said, we feel like it is sufficient enough to send it back to the ZBA. So, if nobody else has any questions, I move to refer ZBA 2023-02 regarding a variance request to reduce the required corner side yard setback required by section 1268.02F of the Palos Park Village Code back to the Zoning Board of Appeals for further consideration at the January 10th meeting of the revised plan as presented by the applicant.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Turn myself up. Any further discussion? If not, hearing a motion and second, would the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, so this will refer back to the zoning board to look at the changes that were made and make a new recommendation. Moving on to information and updates, Public Works and Streets and Recreation Report, Commissioner Patan.
Thank you, Mayor. I have no information or reports for Public Works and Streets this evening. So I will move on to our recreation announcements first. Represent Santa was held on Saturday. It was sold out again, so we have 100 people show up for Represent Santa. And I want to thank Royal Berry Waffle House and Restaurant in Gales Heights for the food they supplied. There was scrambled eggs, pancakes, sausage, bacon, fruit, juice for the kids, tater tots, I'm sure I'm missing something. And then also I want to thank Strange Brew Coffee Cafe in Palos Hills. They supply coffee. It was anyway, so that was Saturday. The Ages 55 and Better Club, December's entertainment was the Knights of Harmony at Will Cook chapter of the Barbershop Harmony Society. That was took place today. Would you like to say anything? You're a little late. No? Would you like to add anything about that this evening?
We have full house today. This is completely covered. And the lunch was excellent, obviously. We enjoyed it. And the entertainment was really good. They were barbershop protected. We didn't
Sunset.
and they sang all Christmas songs and they brought the crowd into it and we sang it. And it was a really fun day. I have to say that. You did a good job.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, so for the Ages 55 and Better Club, there will be no event in January, but February will feature Abraham Lincoln. He's coming to visit with food from Valley Inn, and that's the second Monday of the month, which is February 12th, which is also Lincoln's birthday. Also senior programming on Friday, this Friday, the 12th of the 15th. From 12:30 to 2, there will be senior card games. And then the following Friday, on the 29th of December, from 12:30 to 2, senior dice games. Some upcoming program events: robotics, holiday edition, this Wednesday, the 12/13, from 5 to 6. In this class, the kids are going to discover the ins and outs of robotics, as well as mechanics through pulleys, gears, and cranks. I would sign my kid up for that. Open gym begins this week and run through mid-February. Open pickleball Mondays from 10 a.m. to 1. And Tiny Tot open gym Wednesdays from 9:30 to 11 a.m. And future events after the holidays, New Year's Family Bingo Night will be Friday, January 5th from 5:30 to 8:30. Free to register. Cards will be available for sale at site, which is in the gym. I think gym, or are we gonna do the basement? The gym, okay. And before I finish, I just want to say, I just need to take a time to say thank you from the recreation staff and myself, and acknowledge the staff, everyone in this building, Public Works, administration, building, finance, everyone came together to help decorate for the tree lighting that was super successful. Oh, the garland, running around getting extra cookies or something, we need an extra tablecloth. Also, the staff was going over and helping serve the seniors their lunch. So I'm very humbled, and from my heart, I want to say thank you to those people, because we couldn't have got it done without you. And they were, I'd come in here to pick something up and they were having a powwow, they were going over there, setting up, what do we got? We got trees, okay, got trees, come Fidel, get lights up. So, thank you. We appreciate you, and from my heart, thank you. God bless you guys. Love you. And that concludes my report.
Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner Patan.
Steve, make sure you get fried chicken from Valley Inn for all the seniors that day. It's probably the best thing on their menu.
Well, I have to echo what Commissioner Patan said. The staff here at the Village of Vales Park is unique in that it is an amazing culture of people that really enjoy giving back to the community that they work for, and they do a fantastic job at it, and everyone pitches in. And I mean, the two Lisa's, Kathy, Debbie, everyone sitting right there. Everyone, and all the public works crew, they all jump in and help out wherever needed, including decorating a pickup truck for me for a parade and things like that. But the tree lighting was phenomenal. Thank you to the welcoming committee also jumping in, the newcomer welcome committee. They jumped in and helped the rec department and Commissioner Patan get that even bigger. And I could not tell you how many children were there that day. It had to be over 100 for sure. So it was really, really a beautiful sight. So I'm excited. And at Breakfast with Santa, I did have a parent say, oh my gosh, I love the Tiny Tot open gym. This is gonna be fantastic all winter long, because then the littles can still like keep making friends and have somewhere to run around. And so I think it's going to be a big hit. So thank you. Moving on to building and public property report, Commissioner Wade.
Thank you. So my report this evening, why should a homeowner pay attention to the ice and icicles hanging from their homes? Ice dams can cause serious damage to your roof. The refrozen water along the roof edge creates an ice dam, and melting snow running down the roof begins to back up underneath the roof covering. This water will soak the roof sheeting and leak into the attic unless there is a barrier above the sheeting. Check for water stains or moisture in the attic. Water stains and moisture may indicate that an ice dam has formed. To help prevent ice dams, keep attics well insulated and well ventilated. When replacing a roof, make sure to install a water repellent barrier underneath the shingles. This acts as an extra layer of protection that helps prevent water from seeping inside the building. In the permit department, the building department processed 7 permits from November 21st to December 5th, resulting in $1,620, bringing our fiscal year to date to $127,559.07. And that concludes my report. I do have one matter for the council's consideration. That agenda matter is professional services agreement with HR Green for plan review and inspection services. A little background: on January 8th, 2018, the Village Council authorized staff to negotiate an agreement with HR Green to provide building plan review and inspection services. This agreement was renewed at the December 10th, 2018, December 9th, 2019, December 14th, 2020, December 13th, 21, and December 12th, 2022, if we follow the pattern here, Village Council meetings. The current agreement expires December 31st, 2023, and will need to be reviewed to continue service. The proposed 2024 agreement mirrors the previous agreement with the exception to minor increases in fees to reflect HR Green's 2024 bill rates. A resolution has been prepared authorizing the execution of the agreement. Staff does recommend this approval. Are there any questions? With no questions, I move to approve resolution 2023-R-09. A resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a professional services agreement with HR Green Incorporated relative to building plan review and inspection services.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Rea?
Yes.
Commissioner DeHaan?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yep.
Mayor Longfellow?
Yes.
And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to public health and safety report. Commissioner Polk.
Thank you, Mayor Milovich Walters. We'll start with the police activity report from the 27th of November through the 10th of December, year of our Lord 2023. We had 2,020 calls per service, so we're running around 1,000 a week. Took an additional 18 citizen calls and 15 case reports. Unfortunately, had 5 accident reports. Arrested an adult, fortunately no juvenile arrests. Impounded 2 vehicles, made 114 traffic stops, issued 37 moving violations, an additional 27 adjudication tickets, and 73 speeding tickets. So that's what your Palos Park Police Department's been up to for the last couple of weeks. And then I have a couple of quick announcements. The first regards the Palos Park Police Cadet Food Drive. We're still continuing our support of the Palos Park Police Cadets annual holiday food drive. We're still accepting donations of non-perishable foods such as canned or boxed goods that are not outdated. You can drop those off either here at the police department during normal business hours, at the Palos Park Recreation Center, at the Palos Park Library, at the Palos Park Metro Station. So thanks to all who've donated. If you have something that you'd like to donate and you can't make it in to drop it off, give us a call, 671-3770, and we'll work out someone to come by and pick it up from you. So we appreciate everybody's support up to this particular point. Second announcement has to do with New Year's Eve. We typically provided a ride service for New Year's Eve, and we're doing it again this year. We'd like everyone to be able to get home safely this New Year's Eve. So before you get home, before you get behind the wheel of your car, and you've been drinking, please prevent a potential disaster, not the way you want to start out the new year, and simply give us a call. Again, we will take you home. We will not take you to another party. We will not take you to a bar. We will not take you anywhere that isn't where you live. The phone numbers, you can call us at 708-448-2191, or you can call Chief Miller directly at 708-259-1035. So again, we'll be doing this between 7 p.m. and 4 a.m. and take advantage of the service if you are in the position to require it. And then I just want to talk a little bit about some things that we've been talking about at the police department in terms of how we view policing as we close out 2023. So I realize that the public perception of police culture has been somewhat of a tipping point for tensions over the past couple of years, particularly based on the behavior of some in law enforcement. I think it's important to emphasize that we view policing as a mission of service, with a key responsibility to protect the vulnerable and a profession to serve as a guardian. So I want to say that going forward in 2024, we've formalized our commitment to one-by-one policing. We've actually been doing this for a couple of years, but it's based on 3 principles. To serve people as individuals, to create safe and secure environments, and to help people thrive. It's one thing for leadership to embrace new ideas about policing, and another to make them the common coin of our culture. It can be difficult. Our department, like all police agencies, are microcosms of a larger society. One-by-one policing is a unique way of leading and serving people that's central to the mission of providing a safe and secure community. We have a number of community outreach events. We encourage people to participate. We solicit your thoughts and comments any way you care to give them. You can send us an email, either by me, dpolk, D-P-O-L-K, at palospark.org. Contact Chief Miller directly. His email is jmiller@palospark.org. You can leave a message on the phone. You can join our Facebook page and send us a message or take a look at our posts. But again, the idea of enhancing our focus on creating a safe and secure environment for our police officers as well as our citizens, and to better equip each of them to continue their service for the community. Chief Miller,
Nothing, Commissioner.
how was your day today?
Very good, thank you.
Fair enough. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Pope. Moving on to accounts and finances, Commissioner Reed is not here. Finance Director, would you care to take this, or do you want me to do it? Excellent, I'll let you do it since this is, you're doing it.
Turn the mic on. So for your consideration tonight is the 2023 property tax levy ordinance. This levy ordinance is the village's legal request to receive property taxes levied on parcels that are within the village's corporate boundaries. The total levy sought for approval tonight, the total is $2,267,133. It represents two portions. It's the village portion, which is $1,709,083, and finally the library share, which is $557,150. So the total increase from last year's levy to this levy is 4.99%. This has been the village's theme going back for a really long period of time. And this tax levy represents that same theme of 4.99%. Just a little more background, state statute, as well as the fact that the village is a non-home rule community. We are subject to something called the tax cap. This may be commonly known as PTEL, which is the Property Tax Extension Limit Law. According to PTEL, the village is limited to increases of 5% or whatever for the actual rate of inflation. So for the 2023 levy year, the state has already established that limit, and it's 5%. 5% is the PTEL. The village may also receive a little more than the 4.99%. The village can also see its property tax grow by the amount of new construction added to the tax rolls. So this could be a major addition by a homeowner or simply a new residence or a new business that has moved into our corporate boundaries. Typically, over the last decade, this new construction has been 0.26% in growth, so you say 1/4 of 1% has been added on every year to the increase of our property taxes. So included in the packet for tonight is not only the tax levy, it includes the tax levy ordinance, it includes the certificate of compliance with truth in taxation, and the tax levy that just identifies all the different taxing sources that the village can tax for. And these are consistent with year over year. This includes the general corporate levy, the liability and insurance, unemployment, youth protection, street and bridge, social security, IMRF, as well as the audit and library. And this is really in here because these are documents that we need to file with the county. So the proposed levy increase of 4.99% is estimated to impact the taxpayer by approximately $10 for each 100,000 in market value. For the 2022 tax levy, the current levy, the 2022 levy that we're in now, the village's levy makes up less than 7% of the overall property tax bill. A similar representation will be expected for the 2023 levy when the county finalizes everything. And then finally, under the truth in taxation law, if the estimated levy does not exceed 105% of last year's levy, which this does not, the village is not required to have a published formal hearing as well as a published legal notice in the newspaper. So since we're not over that threshold, the village is not required to have either one of those two things. Like I said, this is levy is 4.99%. It's consistent with year over year. That's all I have. Anyone has any questions?
I need a motion, please.
So I'll move to approve ordinance 2023-25, a tax levy ordinance for the Village of Palos Park, levying taxes for all corporate purposes for the village for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2023 and ending April 30th, 2024. Receive the second.
Hearing a motion, second, and no further discussion, would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Commissioner Wade,
Yes.
Commissioner Terrence,
Yes.
Mayor Longfellow.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ellen. Moving on to the mayor's report, I do not have one. Clerk Eric Noli.
I have no report, but I just would like to mention a couple of things. Today was decided on the proud of the interest, I think there's a need of interest there, we have over $50. And I also want to mention the fantastic staff we have, because they were very well. We really appreciate it, so thank you so much for the staff.
Excellent. All right, Manager Bain, you have a couple of things tonight.
I have a couple matters for the council's consideration. The first is a water easement agreement with ComEd. We need an easement across their right-of-way, which is West Bell Road, install a 16-inch water transmission main across the property. So there's been some negotiations that have taken place between the village's consultant, Baxter and Woodman, and ComEd to come up with the agreement and to allow this main to cross it. The cost of the easement through ComEd is $3,000, which is, I think, reasonable for ComEd. The village attorney has reviewed this document and found it in order. The water main project is now out for bid. Bids are due in January 10th, 2024, and so we're still looking at a spring of 2024 to begin the project and completion by late summer 2024. So we need this water easement across the common right-of-way in order to facilitate the construction of that main.
Anybody have any questions? If not, I seek a motion to approve.
I will make that motion, move to approve, the proposed water easement agreement with ComEd for the water main crossing its property along 123rd Street, west of Bell Road.
And a second.
Excellent. Hearing a motion and a second, would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Wade,
Yes.
Commissioner Terrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Mayor Longfellow.
Yes, motion carries, and Manager Bain.
Thank you. The second item is again, second meeting in a row, we have a Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, DCEO, grant agreement for the council's consideration. This grant agreement is for a $150,000 grant, which was earmarked from the reappropriated monies from the Build Illinois Bond Fund to the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunities. This is for costs associated with the replacement of the roadway along 90th Avenue between 121st Street to the south terminus south of Forest Glen Boulevard. The project would include grinding and repaving using approximately 1 inch bituminous binder, approximately 2 inches of bituminous surface, installing new stone shoulders, and the replacement of driveways as needed to meet the pavement grade. This is verbatim out of the grant agreement that's up for your approval tonight. Application for this legislative grant was made in the summer of 2022. We finally got the agreement sent over. The plan is to put this project out to bid along with our 2024 road program, and that will be the third and final year using the road bond proceeds. So it'll be two separate bids. Likely, whichever contractor is a little bit along, we have to put them out separately just to keep things separate for accounting reasons for the state. So looking for a motion to approve the execution of the grant agreement number 22-203-539 between the state, DCEO, and the village of West Park.
I move to approve the execution of a grant agreement number 22-203-539 between the state of Illinois, Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, and the village of Hills Park.
I'll second that.
Hearing a motion and a second, is there any discussion? If not, I seek, would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Terrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Brady?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yep.
Yes, motion carries, finally getting that money, I can get back in 22, that'll be so nice.
It's been going on for a few years. The application, and finally got the application process started. So the state takes a little time to find.
No.
Just a little
Just a little bit.
bit.
But it was a little time. So thank you very much.
All right, is that it for you, Manager Lee? All right, moving on to announcements. The zoning board of appeals will hold their regularly scheduled meeting on Wednesday, December 13th at the Captor Administrative Center to consider ZBA item 2023-04, 12512 South Iroquois Road regarding a rear yard setback variance. The Historic Preservation Committee will not meet on Tuesday, December 19th, as there are no agenda items. The Palos Fine Arts meeting is canceled for Thursday, December 21st. The next scheduled meeting is Thursday, January 18, 2024. The Plan Commission will hold their regularly scheduled meeting on Thursday, December 21st at the Captor Administrative Center to consider PC item 2023-04, 12600 South Wolf Road regarding a single lot subdivision plat and lot size variance. The council meeting scheduled for December 25th is canceled in observance of the holiday. The village offices will also be closed December 25th and 26th and will reopen on Wednesday, December 27th. On behalf of the village council, Clerk Aragoni, village staff, and myself, happy holidays, everyone. This holiday season, let's take a moment to remember those that are less fortunate than us. The village is hosting a holiday charity drive benefiting Mantino Veterans Home and Naws Animal Shelter, as well as the Cadets Food Drive. We have copies of the wish lists. They're here and available tonight. They're also in the lobby here at the Captor Center and online on the village website. Drop-off sites are located here at the Village Hall and at the Recreation Center, and we will be accepting donations through January 12th. So see if you can find something that you can donate. Also, we are still accepting gently used shoes for Share Your Souls, and the collection bin is located in the rec center. It was very, very full this weekend. They came and picked them up. It's very exciting. They're heading out to Cameroon in a couple weeks, so if you can drop off some more shoes, they will go to good use. As a reminder, this will be our final meeting at 7:30. Our meetings will now start at 6:30 p.m. in the new year. So happy New Year, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you in 2024. Enjoy your holidays.
Be safe out
Oh, we have to see if there's citizen comment period. I thought we were totally done for a second there. Anyone from the audience care to address the council? If not, I seek a motion to adjourn this regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Wade?
Yes.
Commissioner Jan?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
there. Yep.
Yes, thank you, and have a happy and safe holiday season.
Merry Christmas to you all. Stay safe out there.